Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator in the US, and today I'm going to share with you a whitewash and a little bit of a twist to it. I've done the whitewash in the past. This time we're going to be using Good Morning Magnolia. That is a very popular stamp set. It's new in the 2019-2020 catalog. So first, let's get started. I'm going to stamp let me bring my scrappy paper here. I'm going to stamp the Magnolia. We're just going to do one for this one and with Versamark. So I got my big Magnolia here and we're going to stamp that on crumb cake. So vanilla on crumb cake, and I'm going to put that right about here. And it's going to go off a bit. That's perfectly fine. You could stamp the full image or just partial, whatever you prefer. And then I'm going to bring copper. I'm using copper embossing powder. And you want to tap, tap, tap in the back. Let me remove this. Let me bring my heat tool. And we're gonna emboss that. Oh, see my flower right there? Let me put more there. Much better. It was a little tip that I didn't have the powder. Let's emboss this. And we're gonna need some white craft ink for the wash with a aqua painter. It don't take long really. And this time I'm going to leave the leaves plain. See, I moved my stamp a bit, but that's okay because it just gives more character on the leaf. You see the double line? Here we go. Just make sure it's all embossed. And when it's embossed, you're going to see it turn shiny. It's not powder anymore. Here we go. So what I done, I use a clear block and I use the craft ink. And all it's Stampin' Up product. I don't need more. So I just put drops there. Then I'm using a aqua painter with water in it. Now we're going to do the whitewash. So what I done, I squeeze a bit of water there. You want it wet, but not too wet. And I'm looking for my inky rag here. Here we go. Now I'm going to get some of the, and it's very watery there. If it's too much water, just tap it on your rag. Then you're just going to do a wash. You don't want to go over and over. My first one there, I went a little bit happy with the water, so what happened, it lifted the cardstock. It's still okay, it just give another character, put it that way. You can go if you touch the embossing, you can wipe it, but it's better if you don't just wipe all over. I tried that and I don't recommend it. So I just gonna go, and this one here I'm gonna leave the leaf plain. I will not wash it. I just gonna wash, do the wash on the flower itself. So then you get a clue how that's gonna look, right? So then I would do the whole flower, and because it's so big, I just gonna leave it, gonna finish this petal here. And we're going to let it dry. I'm going to finish the rest, and I'm going to post this one with the other one on my blog. You get the link right below in the description or above in the high. And that's going to bring you to my blog, and there I'm going to have all measurement, all the supplies list that you can shop 24/7 right there. And then you're going to see the finished product. So I'm going to stop right here. I know it's hard to stop. After I start, it's like, I just want to keep on going. Okay, so I'm going to leave this one here, and you see it's a lot more white. When it dry, it's going to tone down the white a bit though. You could always come back and add more. Now, For this step here, you want to let it dry completely. You can use the heat tool to dry it a bit more, but make sure it's very dry. Now I'm going to use my Blushing Bright ink, and I'm going to use my sponge dauber, and we're going to add some color here. Just in the center a bit. See how it brings that to life. And then I'm going to come right here. But again, you have to make sure it is completely dry. And I don't want to really rub. And the reason for that, like I said, I had a bit quite of water, and my cardstock, it's kind of weather. It is, oh, this is pretty. It's rough. I'm going to add a little bit more here. Put it more dark on the center, coming lighter here. Et voila. Now I'm just going to add a bit there. That is it, my friend. How simple it is, right? So we're going to finish the card, but first let me show you what I did it with the black with copper. Well, after I was done with that, I think that instead of embossing with copper on the black, I think if you emboss with silver it would be much better. Now let me take another color, and I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler for this one, so you can see a little bit. This will be another pose though. And let me and one more step I didn't do on the other one. I'm going to do it in a minute. Okay, I got that. And we can add some green a bit. I'm just going to use Pierre Pizzazz, a light green. And so you can do any color that you want, and you can do little or more, whatever you prefer. And you're going to say, well, why not doing a white thing? It's just it gives completely a different look right on a dark color or even on the black. Here we go. Because I had done the wash on this, and I think it would be better not doing the wash. Et voila. See? So I'm going to finish that with a greeting. This one here also, I could add a little bit of green, very little. But I don't want to use too much of the green because that's going to take away from the beautiful wash. So I'm just adding a little bit of the green because I did the wash on the leaf. The other one, I'm going to leave it plain. So you're going to see both of them, you know, one done, one not done. See how beautiful it is? It's gorgeous. I don't know if the camera do justice. But you can see here, just the white, and you can see it's puddle a bit, so it's take a while to dry, or you can use the heat tool. Now let's finish this one here. Let me remove that scrappy paper there. Let me close this before I put my finger in. And this piece of crumb cake measure 5 by 3 3/4. I'm going to mount that on a piece of basic black cardstock that measure 5 1/4 by 4. See how that brings all to life. Very pretty. This is an adhesive eraser, and when sometime your paper is rigged a little bit, you use that and boom, it just takes all that little rough edge away. Here we go. Now we're going to mount that on a piece of crumb cake that measure 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Score at 4 1/4, and you fold it in half. That gives you an A2 card. Ooh, this is pretty. Voila, my friend. And inside, what I done, I use all from the Good Morning Magnolia, and I stamped that in Blushing Bright to finish the inside. Et voila, my friend, how pretty that is. So that is it how to do the whitewash with a little bit of a splash of a color. Oh, the thing that I said I forgot to do. When you're done the sponging, you want to take a rag or paper towel and just wipe on top. So where you add the color, where you get the embossing, you want to remove that color so when you touch it, it don't go on your hand because it will not dry on the embossing. That is it. Again, the direct link is below to come to my blog or above in the high, and all in the US can shop 24/7. All measurement, all supplies list will be there for you. Have a lovely day, my friend. Bye-bye for now.